The following content is not my own. I'm using this info to help those who will listen. Please enjoy today's video. Layers of energy and role of semen retention. The human body is a beautiful creation. Millions of years of evolution are encoded into the body, combined with ancestral lineage locked into the DNA, skills passed down from generations, and apart from all this, an unexplainable phenomena of strong like and dislike from a very young age. The concept of unknown strong like and oppose and the pursuit of certain pleasures which we try but often disappointed after its completion and searching for next experience, it has been explained in Veda as Puran as Vasanabalam, or the strong scent of pleasure and experiences that this conscience associated with itself that even follows after death and into the next life. This is a series of texts. I will explain each thing in detail and how it makes sense when you start seeing things much clearer than other people during semen retention. As most people know the 7 chakras and their function, a man's responsibility is much higher in a meticulous evolutionary design. We men were designed to learn, process, analyze, critical thinking, protect and preserve and ensure the next 2 generations are safe to continue the lineage. The whole benefits or short-term points a lot of people in this community start listing in this community say that they can see through the bullshit. Short-term pleasures don't interest them anymore, attraction is crazy, can lift weights well, increased clean energy levels and social anxiety don't bother anymore, etc. The whole point of these benefits is for a greater purpose, and that purpose and that path to that greatness varies from person to person, and that's the beauty of this human life. All these benefits lead to a greater purpose, and remember, if there was such a titan that existed in the universe that standard weapons couldn't harm, you need a titan killer weapon. Not everyone is worthy to wield a titan killing weapon. To even gather the strength for holding the weapon, you need to start building yourself. You need a sense that guides you beyond this physical layer of what we see today. As the phrase goes, more than meets your eye, the retention gives you the fuel to understand all the grand schemes around you. I list down the energy changes your body goes through this retention phase and how each of these benefits seems to make sense if you categorize the happiness and this newfound spirituality or masculine energy benefits. Many people often write about their experiences in this group, and how semen retention has changed their life in a certain way and how they can experience life in a much higher frequency. This post explains layers of those frequencies, how it is upgraded in your system and how many layers of energies are connected within us. Sanatana Dharma, often confused or easily categorized as Hinduism, takes its core from Vedas, and Vedas are an elaborate topic that requires its complete notation. The human body, according to Veda, is defined as Kosha, sheath, and it consists of Panchakosha, 5 sheaths. Anandamaya Kosha, food, sheath, Anna. Pranamaya Kosha, energy, sheath, Prana. Manomaya Kosha, mind, sheath, Manas. Vijanamaya Kosha, discernment, or knowledge, sheath, Vijnana. Anandamaya Kosha, bliss, sheath, Ananda. According to Vedanta, the wise person, being aware of the subtle influences of the 5 elements within each kosha, ever discerns the self amidst appearances. Anandamaya Kosha. This is the sheath of the physical, body, self, the grossest of the 5 koshas, named from the fact that it is nourished by food. Living through this layer, humans identify themselves with a mass of skin, flesh, fat, bones, and feces. In contrast, the human of discrimination knows oneself, the only reality distinct from the body. The physical body is formed from the essence of food. Birth and death are the attributes of the Anandamaya Kosha. Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya means composed of prana, the vital principle, the force that vitalizes and holds together the body and the mind. It permeates the whole organism, its one physical manifestation is the breath. As long as this vital principle exists in the organisms, life continues. Coupled with the 5 organs of action, it forms the strong sheath. The Vivekachudamani is a modification of Vayu or air, it enters into and comes out of the body. Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya means composed of manas or mind. The mind, along with the 5 sensory organs, is said to constitute the Manomaya Kosha. The Manomaya Kosha, or mind sheath, is expressed more truly to approximate personhood than Anandamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha. It is the cause of diversity, of me and mine. Adi Shankara likens it to clouds brought in by the wind and again driven away by the same agency. Similarly, man's bondage is caused by the mind, and liberation, too, is caused by that alone. Vijanamaya Kosha. Vijanamaya means composed of vijana, or intellect, the faculty which discriminates, determines, or wills. Shatampi Swamakal defines Vijanamaya as the combination of intellect and the five sense organs. It is the sheath composed of more intellect, associated with the organs of perception. It is endowed with the function of knowledge and identifies itself with the body, organs, etc. Main article, Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya means composed of Ananda or bliss. It is the subtlest of the five koshas. In the Upanishads, the sheath is also known as the causal body. When the mind and senses cease functioning in a deep sleep, it still stands between the finite world and the self. Anandamaya, or that which is composed of supreme bliss, is regarded as the innermost of all. The bliss sheath typically has its most entire play during deep sleep, in the dreaming and wakeful states. It has only a partial manifestation. The blissful sheath, Anandamaya Kosha, reflects the Atman, soul, truth, beauty, and absolute bliss. Panchakosha. Main article, Panchakosha. Just as each of the five elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, appear in corresponding subtlety among each of the five senses, so too the intellect cognizes ever subtler causes and effects at play through each of the five sheaths. Most of us start writing about benefits for day 10, day 21, 30, 45, 60, 90, 150 plus, so here is my opinion of what I have experienced. The semen from its baby phase to the fully matured stage takes 64 days and 14 days for it to get inside your system, the brain fuel, if not spilled out, so 90 days of memories, action, knowledge, skill, intellect, etc. All this is absorbed into us. Constant spillage stops us from upgrading us to the next level. The sheaths mentioned above guide us for that next level. That's why there is a voice inside us that speaks and shows us much clearly. We nourish it, and it nourishes us. In the next part, I will try to write about emotions and food that cause emotional distress, how our body's reactionary response causes different actions, and how to eliminate them. I hope you guys like this information.